Hello, what's up everyone? In this video, I'm going to teach you about what happens when Mercury is sitting in the third house of D10 chart or dasamsa chart in Vedic Astrology. So before beginning, if you guys not subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon and click the like button. And if you guys have any doubt after watching this video, please do mention that in my below comment section, okay? And yes, please like and follow my Facebook community page, Parikshith Astrology also. So let's begin. Now, coming to the third house of D10 chart or the dasamsa chart. Now, what does third house of D10 chart or the dasamsa chart represents? See, third house of D10 chart or the dasamsa chart represents your communication. So, how do you communicate with your colleague can be seen from the third house of D10 chart or the dasamsa chart. It is also seen for your courage, whether you have that courage to start your own business or not. It is also seen for your skills or ability. It is also seen for your hard work. So, what happens when Mercury is sitting in the third house of D10 chart or the dasamsa chart? Now, what does planet Mercury represents? It represents your communication. It represents your logical ability. It also represents your business acumen. So, when Mercury is sitting in third house of D10 chart or the dasamsa chart, that shows that these people love to communicate with their colleagues in a friendly manner. It also shows that these people are very much business minded. It also shows that these people can become a very great salesperson. Now, what happens when Mercury is sitting with benefic planets like Jupiter, Moon, and Venus? Now, coming to the planet Jupiter. Now, what happens when Mercury is sitting with planet Jupiter? Now, what does planet Jupiter represents? It represents divine knowledge. It also represents money. It also represents professors or teachers. It also represents priests or astrologers. So, when Jupiter and Mercury are sitting in the third house, that shows that these people can work in a profession such as teaching profession or banking sectors, or can work in something related like finance or any communication sector, or these people can become a very great judge also, or these people can even become a very great lawyer. Now, what happens when Mercury is sitting with planet Venus? So when Mercury and Venus are sitting in the third house, that shows that these people can work in the entertainment industry. It also shows that these people can also work in finance sector. Now, what happens when Mercury is conjunct with planet Moon? Now, what does planet Moon represent? It represents your emotions. It also represents happiness. So, when Moon and Mercury are conjuncted in third house, that shows that these people love to communicate with their friends in an emotional way. These people will get happiness only when they communicate in a friendly manner with their colleagues in the office. Now, if Mercury, Moon, and Venus are conjuncted, then that shows that these people will love to communicate with their colleagues, especially who are female. Now, coming to the planet Sun. Now, what happens when Mercury is with planet Sun? Now, what does planet Sun represents? It represents your ego. It represents your boss or higher authorities. It also represents government. It also represents political parties or political figures. It also represents politics. So, when Mercury and Sun are conjunct in the third house, that shows that these people can become a very great politicians if Sun and Mercury are placed very well in the third house, especially in a great zodiac sign. Now, what happens when Mercury is conjuncted with planet Mars? Now, what does planet Mars represents? It represents engineering things, especially related to civil field or anything related to the mechanical things. So, when Mercury and Mars are conjunct in third house, that shows that these people can become a very great engineer, especially those who are working in IT sectors and all. Now, these people will communicate with their colleagues in an aggressive manner and all. Now, what happens when Mercury is conjuncted with planet Saturn? Now, what does planet Saturn represents? It represents hardworking. It also represents old and mature type of people. So when Saturn and Mercury are sitting third house, that shows that these people will surely start their own business, and it also shows that these people will love to communicate with their colleagues, especially who are older than them, or especially who are very much matured. Now, what happens when Mercury is conjuncted with planet Rahu? Now, what does planet Rahu represents? It represents Maya illusions. It also represents your imagination. It also represents illegal way. It also represents illegal things. It also represents wireless things or telephonic connections. It also represents electrical goods. It also represents poisonous things. So when Rahu and Mercury are sitting in the third house, that shows that these people can work in career that is related to the communication sector or anything related to the IT sector or IT field. Now, what happens when Mercury is conjuncted with planet Ketu? Now, what does planet Ketu represents? It represents separation, detachment. So, when Ketu and Mercury are sitting in the third house, that shows that these people does not want to talk with their colleagues when they are working in the office. Even though if they want to talk, they will talk a little bit and they will go off, or they will cut off their communication. So, yep, this is it for today, guys. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below, or else I'll see you in the next video. So, if you want any consultancy, please to contact me given below WhatsApp number, or else you can even mail me also. So, until and unless, thank you, bye bye, love you, take care.